Good evening, students. Today we are going to study the revision of chapter number 1, that is matter in our surroundings. Okay. First, we will revise what is matter. We everybody know what is a matter as we studied in the last class. Matter is a substance which occupies space and has a mass in it. We call it as a matter. Now, this matter is made up of tiny particles as we studied in the last class. As an example, as you can see in this module, that a notebook which has a weight as well as it occupies some space, we can call it as a matter. It do contain some of the pages in it. So a matter is made up of tiny particles. Same, the next is characteristics of particles. We know that there are 4 main characteristics of particle. First one, it is they are continuously moving, they have space between them, they attract each other. Now let us go to the first one to understand it. First one is particles of matter are continuously in a moving. Okay, the particles will possess some of the kinetic energy. As the temperature rises, they move very fast because kinetic energy increases. Take an example of as I have shown here, a glass, and above you can see some of the ink. I am just in a module, some of the ink I am dropping. So what happened, as soon as I drop some of the ink inside a beaker or a glass containing water, what happened, it start spreading throughout the liquid, because this particle which I am putting, they possess what? They possess a kinetic energy. So the movement is very minimum in solid, more in liquid, movement maximum in gases. The movement of a particle is minimum in solid, more in liquid, maximum in gases. Let us go to the next one. Particles of matter having space between them. As in the last video I gave an example that take a beaker and add some of the sugar in it. What you will see that the level of water do not change, because in water there is an intermolecular space being present. This solid, the sugar or the salt which we are adding, it will take the empty spaces. That's why the water level do not rise. So a space between the particle is minimum in solid, more in liquid, maximum in gases. Clear? Now let us move to the next one. Okay, particles of matter attract each other. Here I'll just give an example that in the last video I gave you an example of a magnet, a rubber band. Okay, now for example, I am putting my finger as the water drains down. I am just putting my finger in the between. What happens? The water will move from the side by, if I put my finger over here, okay, in between, what happens? The water will move from sides, yes, and it is continuous motion. By my if I am not remove my finger, still the water moves down. So water as in between them force of attraction. It is maximum in solid, intermediate in liquids, negligible in gas, or you can call it as force of attraction is nil in the gases. Let us move to the next slide. As we all know that there are 3 states of matter. 3 states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. Solid, they are already packed. Solid, they are already packed. They have a defined shape. Distinct boundaries have been assigned. Rigid, incompressed, they cannot be compressed very easily. They have a defined volume. Clear? A liquid, They do not have any shape. They can take the container shape, as I told in the last video. They have a fluidity. They can be low compressible. They also have a defined volume. If you put in the glass, they take the shape of a glass. And coming to the gases. Gases do not have a defined shape, no defined boundaries. They have a fluidity, highly compressible, no definite volume will be given to the gases. Okay. Once again, states of matter classified into three: solid, liquid, and gas. Fine. And you have to differentiate according to their fluidity, shape, volume, compressibility. Fine. Now coming to the next one, changes of state of matter. Okay, by changing the temperature and by changing the pressure, I'll just take one. By changing temperature, if we change the temperature of solid by bringing it down to the temperature high, what happens if I put the solid in a room temperature? The solid will convert itself into a liquid, as we call it as a melting point. A liquid as a convert into a gas by providing it a heat, water vapor. So what it becomes? Evaporation. By changing the temperature, I am converting solid to liquid, liquid to gas. Gas can be converted into liquid by the process of condensation, and liquid can be converted into a solid by the process of freezing. Fine, or you can call it as a solidification. Still here, I think so you are clear. Okay, now let me move to the next one. By changing pressure, if I change, even see here I kept somewhat, this one is a lighter which we use it, not the home one. Okay, when we travel we do use it. Okay, in this they fill the gas in the form of a liquid. When we try to light it, when we light it, you can see some of the flame light comes out. Liquid does not comes out. Same like that, if we compress it by pressure, the liquid can be converted to a solid. One more example I'll give you. Solid carbon dioxide will be present. It directly converts itself into a gas by not undergoing the change of liquid. It is solid. You can call it as a dry ice also. A gas, carbon dioxide, can be converted to a solid, but it will not undergo a change of liquid. So you can call it as a sublimation reaction happens. Clear still here? Now let us move to the next one. Melting point. The temperature at which a solid melts to form a liquid at a atmospheric pressure is called as a melting point. Here you can see a beaker is being kept and a thermometer inside it. We know that the melting point of an ice is 0 degrees Celsius. Now, as of it, down, if you see the amount of heat required to change 1 kg of solid to its liquid state, that means the temperature 0 degrees Celsius will be present, still the last solid converts itself into a liquid. That is latent heat of fusion. Latent heat of fission. Clear? Let us move to the next one. Boiling point. We know that the water boils at the temperature of 100 degrees Celsius. Fine. The temperature at which a liquid boils to form a vapor at atmospheric pressure is called as its boiling point. Latent heat of vaporization. The amount of heat required to change liquid to vapor or gaseous state. Fine. Still full, it becomes to a gaseous state. That form we call it as a latent heat of vaporization. Now let us move to the next one. The change of solid directly to vapor on heating. Example you can take, as I explained you in the last class also. the solid directly changes to a vapor state or a gaseous state without undergoing the stage of liquid. You call it as a sublimation reaction. Here examples are given: camphor, which in Hindi you call it as kapoor, which you use it in puja. Ammonium chloride, I gave you last class an example and experiment full I explained you. Naphthalene balls, in winter season we do keep it in our after winter season woolen clothes के अंदर रखते हैं हम इसको. Okay, naphthalene balls. Now here, what you have to do first, you have to take an funnel inverted, and here you have to keep a cotton plug so that the gas may not pass it out. In the China dish, you have to take an ammonium chloride and start heating it. What happens? Ammonium chloride in a solid form tries to convert itself into a vapor, but there is no space to be moved out. So the vapors will be condensed on a funnel. After some reaction does, you can off the burner and collect the ammonium chloride which is being present on a funnel. Fine. Let us move to the next one. Okay. Effect of change of pressure. Here you can see there are three diagrams, that is one gas, liquid and solid. If we compress a gas in a cylinder, okay, the middle line you need to observe. Okay, if we compress a gas in a cylinder, the distance between the particles of a gas, okay, suppose if the gas is being present somewhere here like this, what happens? If I need to compress it, the molecules will come closer and closer by, that means space will be reduced. Second one, in a liquid also there is the space being present, so when you press it down, the level will go move little downward. And in the solid also the molecules are closely packed. Now, effects of a change of pressure can be seen in LPG and CNG. LPG, a full form, states that liquid petroleum gas. CNG, compressed natural gas. Clear? Now, next one, evaporation. It is a surface phenomenon in which liquid changes into a vapor. As I told you in the last class also, there are 4 things which affect the evaporation. Exposed surface area. As I told you, if surface area is more, evaporation will be more. Temperature more, then evaporation is also more. If humidity always is in reverse form. Humidity is more, evaporation less. Wind more, evaporation is also more. Fine. Let us move to the next one. Last but not the least, evaporation causes cooling. As I told you here, as an example of palm. In the last class also I gave you some example. If you pour acetone in your palm, what happens? You will feel very cool. It happens because when you put acetone on a palm, the surrounding heat is being absorbed, so you feel it very cool. Latent heat of vaporization from surrounding which losing heat gets or feel you to be cool. Taking an example of a pan also. Take a pan and heat it. After some time, off it. Now you know the pan is very hot. If you sprinkle some water on it, what happens? You can see the water droplets. If you put it, it suddenly dries off. Okay, means the surrounding heat has been absorbed by the water molecules which you keep over there. Simultaneously, your pan start cooling. So this is evaporation which causes cooling. Still you are clear? Okay. Now I move once more to all First you need to study what define what is matter, characteristics of particles. Fine. Then there are three characteristics with example. The next one, three states of matter and conversion of state, change of states of matter according to temperature and according to pressure. Now after that, effects of pressure on three states of matter, that is solid, liquid and gas. And the next one you need to learn is about sublimation. And the last one you need to learn about evaporation, effects of evaporation and causing of coolness by the evaporation. Done. Thank you everybody. Now you need to write all the in-text means blue color question which are being present in your textbook and exercise question in your notebook. Your notebook should be of single line pages. Clear? Thank you.